I'm Jared Carpenter, and this is More Than Blockchain, and I am recording this from a hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, because tomorrow the Bitcoin conference kicks off here in Nashville. The conference will run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and on Saturday, the elephant in the room is that Donald Trump is going to take stage for a keynote to talk about Bitcoin. And this is both for me a good and kind of a non-event. It's a good thing because I think this is a step in pushing overall global Bitcoin adoption forward. Getting the co-signing of a potential future United States president is a great thing. Now, the reason why I say it's potentially a non-event is because Bitcoin wasn't created for the presidency of the United States. Bitcoin wasn't created in the hopes that it would be part of campaign promises. Bitcoin wasn't created for institutions, and it certainly was not created for governments. However, that is probably on the adoption road if you're thinking about Bitcoin as something that's going to be globally adopted, that yeah, presidents will be interested in it. It will be part of campaigns, and it will be part of future strategies around monetary policy. So that's why I say it's both a good thing, because I think it's great that Bitcoin's getting its day in the sun. It's well-deserved day in the sun, but it's kind of a non-event because Bitcoin's wasn't created for Donald Trump, a billionaire. It wasn't created for a government, and it wasn't created for any big institutions. With that said, I do want to say this on mic. Should Donald Trump get on stage this Saturday and say these two words with Bitcoin accompanied, the short-term price will likely skyrocket. If he gets up and says reserve asset and Bitcoin, that would be wild. If he gets up and says, hey, if I'm president, I promise to work to make Bitcoin a reserve asset for the United States, that will see short-term price appreciation like maybe we've never seen off just news, because this wouldn't just be somebody tweeting on the internet. This would be Donald Trump physically standing at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville months before the U.S. election, saying he's going to make Bitcoin a reserve asset. Now, politicians, whether they keep their promises or here or there, but the overall hype and the FOMO that will come off that may spur other sovereign nations to jump in. It may be kind of like a domino effect as this overall global adoption plays out, because it does feel like a game theory situation where if the U.S. is going to say, hey, we're going to make it, a part of our reserve asset strategy, I don't see a way in which other countries don't look at it and say, you know what? We might as well buy some today when it's at 60, 70, 80,000 before one day it's worth $1 million. And then we're, just trying to get the scraps off the table here. So that's going to be probably one of the most interesting things, but I wanted to come on this episode and just kind of say that out loud. Just say that, well, I think it's a great thing for global Bitcoin adoption. I don't really think Bitcoin cares. The miners are going to keep mining. The nodes are going to keep the network moving forward. The users are going to keep interacting with the overall network the way that they want to, et cetera, et cetera. But I will say, and I wanted to have this on mic, that should he say reserve asset and reserve asset strategy around Bitcoin, should he be president, you may see some crazy short-term price appreciation. So keep your eyes on that. I will be posting about this probably live, so make sure you're following us at More Than Blockchain on all the socials. If you're in Nashville, please go ahead and reach out. You can hit me up on X or on Instagram on socials. You can find me also on LinkedIn. You can also find More Than Blockchain on LinkedIn at More Than Blockchain. And if you are in Nashville, please go ahead and hit me up. No matter where you're listening to this, please go ahead and subscribe, whether it's on YouTube or it's on a podcast platform. And if you found this interesting, the fact that a potential U.S. president may be into Bitcoin and even maybe create a global, a reserve asset strategy for the United States, please share it with a friend. Thanks for checking out this episode, and be sure to check out the next episode where I'm going to review my experience at the Bitcoin conference here in Nashville and obviously touch upon the exact words that Trump speaks. If he talks about Bitcoin as a reserve asset, I will be sure to share that and my opinions and my thoughts, because if he does say those two words and Bitcoin, we're going to see some crazy short-term price appreciation. Thanks once again, and I will see you next time.